You're welcome.
Hi.
Oh, it occurs to me I may need to. I mean, it should be fine now, but anyway. First of all, stream is up. Hi, hello. Secondly,
Hello.
Shade, you were telling me a thing about
Hello.
having chat as a thing that I could enable or
Oh.
disable.
Yeah, let me check YouTube real quick to make sure that
Yeah, because
that it does that.
I am still super getting used to all of this.
There we
Understandable.
go. There's you. It's live.
Oh boy.
Oh, the quality is absolute. Oh, it's
And
good now.
I was gonna say you can tell me that you can tell me that it's bad. I only have my Ethernet cable plugged in, so this is the best my internet
No,
can
no, no.
do.
It was my YouTube being a pain in the rear. It was not this. It was my thing.
Okay, good.
Are you sure?
I'm trying to. It's not showing me the chat. Funny enough.
Strange.
No chat for you.
No, it's just no chat for you.
There's just
'Cause
no
you
chat.
don't get that privilege.
Maybe is that something
But
I just need to set up with a completely different broadcast?
no, OBS should
Possibly.
have. Oh nope, it's there now. Okay, it's there.
Yay!
My YouTube's
Good,
just
we
weird.
did it. By we,
Okay,
I
you
mean
did it.
I was gonna
Why?
say by we, Shade dutifully went and checked on the thing.
We're almost done setting up your PC with Microsoft. No, I don't want those things at this time.
Would you like to update for 2
No.
hours?
No, dude. The other day when I had to turn my computer on in a minute, and it kept asking every 30 seconds, "Did you want to update?" Yes, schedule a time or tomorrow. And we hit tomorrow 17 times, and it 30 seconds
I
later, it's
don't
like,
understand
"Would you
that.
like to update?"
Oh wow, McAfee says 784 viruses have been detected since your last virus protection.
I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure that is definitely not just a ploy to get money out of us.
Did you say
First of all-
700?
First of all, let them
McAfee
consume
does
we have
that.
to
It's a
Yeah,
way
right.
to make you pay for their like premium stuff.
Yeah, no. I mean, the fact that fucking antivirus software gets put in hard coded onto new computers with like 30-day free trials is already really scummy. It's just this like, oh hey,
Look at how we protected you for free for a month. Don't you want to pay for that same protection that we could offer for free?
yeah, right, that we've been offering for free just this entire time.
Yeah,
yeah.
you don't use them. I have other things that I have instead.
I have better things to do. That is insane.
We await Stephanie getting signed in on the Roll20.
Okay, you just heard I had 700 viruses apparently. Okay, I'm doing my best.
You can't pull that card.
I wonder if you
can
could
if you
tell if
believe
those
in the
two are
heart of the
related.
cards.
This
Oh
is
my
Pokemon, not
God.
Yu-Gi-Oh. Eventually.
Okay, first of all, the power of friendship transcends all forms of media.
Yeah, but the power of friendship isn't the heart of the card. Ooh, antivirus protection expired. Uninstall or renew.
Leave me alone.
Just hit uninstall.
Oh man.
Whatever. I am on my own.
And then just exit. Yeah.
I am on my own.
You know, we don't have heart of the
Hopefully I have
cards. We have heart
Pokemon
of the
to
dice
take
over
this
here,
photo.
okay? There's a
Yeah,
difference.
It's time to play
It's
your
time
credit
to-
card.
It's time to deny your credit card.
So sorry, your card has been declined.
Credit card debt. Credit card debt.
Credit card debt.
I love that episode, Family Guy. Peter and Quagmire singing about credit card debt.
I love
It's the
being in
most
debt.
relatable thing.
Alrighty. Okay.
One of these days we'll have a fancy overlay, but not today because none of us artists have decided to make one yet.
One of these days, yes. One of my three artists here will. You.
Oh.
Who's the third?
Who could it be?
The low key,
Oh,
apparently
man.
Tenen's boyfriend is also an artist, and he wants to see all of the Delta Pokemon YouTube done. So Tenen was telling me, hey, if you could just send me like a zip of them, I could show them to him and not look. And I'm like, I will do that if I knew how to zip files off of my phone, which I do not. I'm certain I
Oh,
could.
it's
See,
awful.
But I'm
this
not
sounds
gonna.
like a great way for Tenon to learn about all the Delta Pokemon that we have on a Google Doc.
Yeah, we sure do have a good many of them on that Google Doc. Anyway.
Are we gonna greet the folks at home?
We've already the stream's been started.
I know it's been started, but did we say hello to our viewers?
That we already did.
Oh,
Anyway,
where was I?
you were in the kitchen.
Yeah, it was very simple. Say hello, welcome to chaos, and then continue our chaos.
Well,
The
hello
short-term
again.
memory is insane.
All right, so the murder dice have rolled an 8, a natural 20, and a 9 in that order. So I don't know what's happening today.
Ooh.
Why are you rolling?
The murder dice want to murder us,
just
but
to-
we've only just started.
Just to,
I guess
just a
it's hit
thing
or
I do.
miss, huh?
It's just a thing I do before session to gauge how my dice are feeling, how bloodthirsty they are. You can move around and zoom out and scroll.
Make sure that she actually
Sometimes
places
it
her
gets
own tokens so
great.
that she can move
So
it herself.
Yeah, you can do that. You can also use a little hand icon to can around. We are
Oh,
right
Whoever
now.
down there, yeah, that's where I want to be.
Anyway. So now that we're all here, I can go ahead and ask.
Oh, I really should change my token to what Jim drew for me.
Yeah, you really should. And if you want, you could send that to me, and then I could.
It's in the Discord. Oh wait, it's in my Discord.
It's in your Discord.
I
Yes.
see the problem. I'll do that now.
You can send it. Yes.
We're
Send it to me.
professional.
Send it.
Totally.
We are not. We are specifically not
Ladies and
professional.
gentlemen.
We are not getting money from this. This is.
We are simply wondrous.
Someday someone's gonna come across those and they're gonna be like, who are these goofballs?
In any case,
Well, generous.
in any case, while we're waiting on that, when last we left trainers, who would like to give the recap?
Nose goes.
I think I did it last time.
When last we
Oh,
left
no,
our
never mind.
Oh,
It sounds like Shade was about to speak up.
I was going to if no one else wanted to do it.
Go ahead.
When last we left our trainers, we had all finally and officially left the trainer building up here in the top corner. I'm trying to find my notebook real quick while I'm because I'm totally it's the wrong notebook. Finally left this top corner, heading down south to this very fancy looking place where we saw Eri walk in there, totally not suspiciously going into a place where people of ages should not be, and just trying to ask for people, and got told, hey, no, they're not here, and then walked back out like, oh, nothing just happened. Nothing is strange here.
So it's normal.
But we all decided, you know what, we'll skip that for now, so that we can make our way all the way over to the professors, where we all were able to talk to Professor Cherry oh so kindly to get this very fancy Delta Dex, and we're able to meet some very fancy Delta Pokemon, like a Delta Diglett that seemed to be causing so many problems, and a Delta Trevenant that just looked adorable with its spear hands. After all of that, we had decided, hey, we're gonna go over to this cafe and sit down and have a good drink, some food, where we overheard a conversation of a lady saying, hey, don't do this, you're going to die, to a man covered in bandages.
Yeah. You also all ordered things. Do you remember?
We also all ordered food.
Do you all remember the things that you ordered?
I do, because you asked me earlier this afternoon.
I sure did.
I don't remember what everyone else ordered, but I remember that I ordered a Moo milk tea and then a little tea cake for my Toothdial.
Yeah, you did.
I ordered
Had a mystery
a
thing.
peanut tea and a Nomeg cake.
Yeah, because lemon cake.
Because I do like lemon cake.
I legitimately I cannot have too much of lemon cake. It's so good, but I can't. I don't know what it is. My body cannot handle it in large quantities.
Well, lemon is very acidic.
Mm-hmm. Also, Jem, your payment will be in the mail.
What payment?
You know what.
I do?
You do.
Portrait artist.
Anyway, what'd you
Uh,
get? What'd you get on the
Mystery drink.
sure
Apparently,
did
there's a
get
lot more mystery than my drink right now.
You sure did get mystery drink.
Chef's choice.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's effectively the same thing. It's chef's choice, but that for all intents and purposes, that just makes it mystery drink.
Mhm.
So yes, now we all just choto a minute. I will.
Thank you to whoever the artist was who drew the one I was using as a play token.
Yeah. Thank you to whomstever that this person off of Google Images I got.
I'm gonna keep it doesn't credit the artist because, like, people should know who it is. It annoys me.
It would probably
it's really good.
It would probably help if I was on the token layer and not the GM layer. Anyway, we shall draculate this token of Erie. It is
Oh
sad,
no, we've lost her forever.
It is yes.
She's
yes,
perished.
Yes.
What did the Abra do to me?
It is sad, but true. But we must remove her. But
This hurts.
But worry not. She shall be reborn in a different color, in a different world, in a different place.
Much kudos to Jim for drawing this.
As soon as I can get the art get the
Oh, I understand now.
Yes.
Yay.
Why did that sound so concerned?
And X and get off of my Discord and resize the thing. And hey, you can drag and drop your new character art.
I sure can.
Jim, are you being threatened behind the scenes? Like, what's going on here, buddy?
Don't worry, Shade. You're about to find out.
He's just like this whenever new art comes up. Anyway,
why am I a square and everybody's a circle?
Because they made tokens and you have not. And also, I don't know what is this not on a transparent background? I guess it isn't.
No, it's not.
It should be.
That was a black background.
It is. In any case,
That's
I guess I have a constant void around me.
For the time being.
It's the opposite of Aftertrump.
What are you talking about?
There we go. Look at it. Look at this art.
Look at it. Wow.
Everyone tell Jem how good he did on this art, because look at it.
Jem, you did amazing.
Look at how
good job.
Look at how good this Erie art looks. With the crossed arms and the purple and the face and the face of I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm just trying not to die.
Just like I suppose. Man. Well, I'm glad everyone enjoys it.
And back down it goes.
Banishment.
But yes.
You're banished onto the same size category as everyone else.
Yes. but before I forget, from being too distracted by arts, Shade, you will get two inspirations for doing the recap.
Beans.
You have beans.
The beans are cool.
And with that all being said, we can go ahead and get right back into it. So, some things happened. A lady stormed off out of the cafe. There is a Mr. Bandage Man who is just quietly sipping some coffee over in yonder corner over there. It appears that the conversation has not deterred him from having a nice relaxing time here in this atmosphere. By the way, I have some royalty-free music for specifically this area that I don't know if it will come off of my phone onto the stream well enough or not.
Ooh.
Oh, that was fun to figure out. Okay, I gotta do other things while we're playing this game. It's my box.
It would probably just work best if I just.
I gotta say, it feels a lot less than a week since we last did this. I don't know why.
It was a
No,
very fast
it
week.
feels strange. Maybe
Doesn't
it's
it?
because
It's
we
like-
have the other two games that we've been doing that are just so high stakes, high energy that this one just seems calm in comparison.
There.
It's like
Playing-
we have so much going on in the other ones, and then this one we're like, it's calm for now. Let's
Nothing
enjoy
wants
it.
to murder yet.
You guys
Yet.
haven't gone to any place where you can get murdered yet. Anyway, I have music playing off my phone. Can the other two of you hear it?
It's very
Not
jazzy.
at all.
Not really.
Damn it. Okay, well, I'll just send it in the I'll just send it in the chat. I'll just send it in the chat, and we will do another session without music this time. Honestly,
We'll
that
figure
really
it out
should-
eventually, stream.
I was
We'll
gonna
figure it out
say,
eventually.
yeah, I was gonna say. I think the next the next project I do for this week should be figuring out how to do music off of stream.
Ooh.
Yeah, Kevin MacLeod does a lot of really good royalty free music, so it's that I have set for certain areas here. If anyone watching is curious, it's not on the docs for this particular area.
Ah.
It's very, very good.
Very smooth.
Yes.
It's nice and jazzy.
But yes, there is a Mr. Bandage Man over there. You could potentially intrude on his coffee time if you felt so inclined to talk to him.
See, you say that. I'm just gonna make a small perception check for my own thing, if that's okay. Just you know, see if this is something I can see or not. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah. Let's see if this tells me anything.
A perception. That's a 14. What are you attempting to perceive?
To see if he notices this cool looking dude, which I think a 14 is plenty enough to do that. So Jed's gonna see this person on the side. I imagine not hearing the conversation from before. Just look to the two of you.
It was No, you did. It was you three and them two were the only people in this place that were customers. It was very noticeable, the conversation they had.
I hear you. Counterpoint. Do you really think Jed would have like listened in fully, paid attention?
I'm saying you didn't have a choice. She was yelling.
Ah, I see. Well, regardless of that, yeah, no. You're just gonna look at the two of you, Ari and Zenith, just hold up his hand, just like one moment, dudes, and then just go over to this person and sit across them.
Oh no, Aaron
just say,
is gonna follow
dude,
you for sure.
Zenith's
gotta
first
tell me
reaction to
how.
this is to just sink into the booth more. Just like, nope.
Harry, as a future Pokemon doctor, is very interested in the
Dude.
fact that someone might be dying of some sort of disease. So immediately perked up and like, I'm coming with.
I
Love
see.
the duality of the situation.
I have a med kit with band-aids.
So what I'm understanding is Jet is like, ah, sweet mummy guy. Aries is like, ah, sweet future corpse.
Oh, sweet. I want to help. Let's prevent you from being a corpse, my new guinea pig.
Ah, preventable corpse.
Yeah.
And
Malpractice.
And Zenith turtles into her chair in shame.
Pretty much.
What she has gotten into in the past 3 hours.
Just what group? Why is this the group that I chose? I know I wanted to make friends, but not like this.
So yes, the two of you approach this man. You know, I'm going, because the both of you are from Hano, it's possible that you could know this. I would like the both of you to make history checks for me. However, Jet, you will make yours at disadvantage for obvious reasons.
Uh-huh. Of course. Also, text voice something very similar to the situation. Anyway, I'll do that history
You
check.
have rolled. You have gotten a 6.
Perfect.
You can.
Let's see.
You can do this.
Oh my god.
And then you can click a thing and see as it rolls.
Hey.
Really thinking about it.
Also, this is the thing that swaps it over to it. Okay, so with the 6 and a
Wow.
3, I'm going to tell you right now, the decent for this was also pretty high. So, like, that 18 maybe would have gotten it for you, but I was kind of more looking for it closer towards a 20. So, yeah.
We don't know a damn thing.
You
This man
know,
died.
you know, jack, fuck, and all about this man. You approach him. You approach him, and who's the two of you is talking first? He does very much notice and regard the both of your presence as you sit next to him, and he doesn't seem to really do anything. He just continues to drink his drink a little bit. You also see that he has what looks to be a half little what you call Magoist berry pie. That it's a little pink disc that has like a circular little crummy edge around it that he has taken a few slices out of.
What kind of berry pie is it?
Magoist.
What does that berry do?
It's pink and sweet. It's used for Pokeblocks.
Pokeblock.
Oh.
Well, it's a contest berry.
Yeah. So it's not like a health benefit.
No, it is not. It is. He is eating the equivalent of a sugar pie. Essentially.
You know, it kind of sounds like he deserves it. To be honest.
He's been through a lot.
Yeah, Aries gonna go over and be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, couldn't help overhearing. Just wanted to come over and see if you were okay."
Dude, you gotta tell me what sick battle you were a part of.
He looks to the both of you and says, young trainers. Very, very nice to see the both of you.
Do you have any part of him?
I do not yet, unfortunately, but he.
You know, I know a guy.
Yeah, you know, I happen to know a couple people actually.
Why'd you look at me like that?
It feels so bad.
Oh.
In any case,
unfortunate.
but yeah, he's gonna look to you and say, young trainers, it's good to see you getting your bearings. Also, quite lucky of you to have found this place. To answer your questions, I was in a very difficult battle a long time ago. This is simply some lasting damage from it.
Whoa. What was it against?
I'm afraid the less people that know about it, the less of the chance that more people end up like me. But you're young, you're trainers. Certainly part of the adventure is to go and find it yourself now, isn't it?
Oh, wanted to hear this cool story. Dude, I've never seen someone this bandaged. It has to be an intense battle that you have been part of. I need to know. It looks so cool, dude. I just gotta say that much.
Oh, my apologies. While these are bandages, they serve a dual purpose. They are less to heal me and more to keep my affliction from spreading to others. This is a particular type of armor that was made for me, you see.
Okay, I need to know that Aries' eyes are like little stars right now. Because magic bandages, what?
They're not. Oh, they're not magic. But you know.
Armor.
Actually, seeing as how the both of you are close enough, Eerie, if you'd like to, you may make your choice of either a perception or a medicine check.
Ooh, medicine check.
I love how I lend you my mouse and you don't even.
I keep forgetting I have it. No.
Okay. With the 15, you will notice that what he is saying is true. These I mean, they are bandages. They do wrap around his body in very much the same way that you would with cloth bandages. However, you notice that instead of cloth, it appears to be that they are made out of some type of metal. Some kind of what looks to be very heavy looking metal.
That must be
What
tough to be around in. I can kind of see that your bandages are really unique. It must be pretty uncomfortable for you.
they're about 2 or 3 kilograms. Very very uncomfortable. Very difficult to move in.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But if I didn't wear them, my doctor tells me I would be contagious enough to count as I would be contagious enough to count as a biological weapon.
My gosh,
So
that
cool.
battle must have been something. Can I ask, was it like an accident? Was it with a Pokemon?
An accident. That is an apt way to put it, in my opinion. At the very least, I appreciate that I was the not exactly target, but the victim of the attack over some over some of the other people that happened to be there with me.
Can the doctors do anything for you besides just keep it contained?
Sadly, no. What afflicts me is not a disease, but a very virulent poison. It is contagious in the worst possible ways, and I have n- and from what my checkup you see that a small spatter of blood comes out of his mouth. Apologies. He wipes it off with
Oh, you
just
spilled some ketchup.
But yes, from what my most recent checkup tells me, I have about a year to live, perhaps even less. The only thing that can be used to synthesize a cure is the self same venom of the thing of the Pokemon that did this to me, and thus my search for it continues. Apologies for that little spat earlier. My friend there is very insistent on aiding me in that venture, but, well, part of the reason I am in this situation was to prevent her from suffering the same fate. So you can understand my apprehension at allowing her to help.
Not at all. So what you're saying is that the doctors had a sample of the poison that might be able to create an antivenom for you.
That is exactly what I am saying. Though the doctors around here, well, skilled, yes, do lack some of the knowledge and expertise and equipment necessary to do so. Effectively, what I would have to do is, well, I have a few friends in high places here specifically. One who happens to own one of the companies here, and she knows somebody who you know how the story goes. The point is, if I am able to gather some of that venom, they will be able to get it to the person who is able to cure me, essentially. But as it has been for the last 3 years, it is a race against the clock.
So you haven't seen this Pokemon for 3 years?
Thereabouts, yes. The last known location we had for it when we even saw it last, it is, well, nowhere to be found. I have
Tim?
Hello. Oh yeah, that's right. You did tell me something. I'm sorry.
No, I did not actually, but I was just gonna ask, could I drag Zenith into this to check out this cool dude?
I mean, Zenith, you are at a chair right now, and oh hey, and the amount of time the conversation's been having, all of your things have shown up on the table magically. You were just looking away, and then all of a sudden, oh, whoop, you have a little tea cake and some milk tea in front of you.
Amazing, good to know. I just know that Zenith over here has just been like hearing all this conversation and what they're saying has just been slowly sinking into the chair. Just sees the drink, picks it up. It's like I'm gonna act like I don't know these people.
Social anxiety.
Yes. Unfortunately, Zenith, I imagine you are approached by a jet.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, Jet will see you turtling and just like, okay, we got to do something about this. We got to show her that cool dude, and he's gonna go over and essentially attempt to drag Zenith into the conversation and or just to look at the dude.
Okay. Zenith, are you attempting to resist?
What? I think it would be funny.
You are allowed to resist the jet from grabbing and dragging you if you wish.
You know what? Yeah, well, let's do this.
Okay,
The
so
anxiety
Jet,
is
you are
high.
going to
Let the tug of war between Jet and Zenith begin.
Jet, you are going to make for me a grapple check, which is your athletics. This will be contested by Zenith, either your athletics or acrobatics.
Hmm.
That's better.
What am I supposed to roll?
God.
Athletics.
Athletics, cool. So +1, awesome. Let's see. Here we go.
Fantastic.
That is a natural 1.
That
A +1.
that is a natural one.
Mine's athletics as well, right?
Or acrobatics.
Okay, so
I think
I
you got a
have
decent
proficiency in athletics.
I mean, you roll whatever you feel, whatever your heart calls to you. So that's a shiny ticket. I know it technically would go to whoever rolled them twice in a row, but I'll just give this one to the group. So, Zenith, you do have the higher modifier. So I imagine how this plays out is
Grabbing the tail.
I imagine how this plays out is Jet, you attempt to grab Zenith by the shoulders and be like, bro, dude, the Babelicious sister, we gotta go check out Mr. Bandage Man over here. And then you just like,
I don't know you, sir.
and you're just trying your best to wrench Zenith away, and it's not happening. But Zenith, you yourself are just like, you're not even holding on to anything, you're just like, you're continuing to turtle harder and harder, and it's just, you know for a fact that it's not even that difficult to push you away from this situation, but just, this man has noodles for arms. He is physically incapable of moving you.
He's trying his damnedest, okay? He's trying his best.
So
And
while this is
apparently his best isn't enough.
So while this is happening, the man looks over to Eerie, and you would ask him something, yeah?
Yeah, Ari wants to ask,
God.
to be like, so
So
was the
stupid.
Pokemon also afflicted as
Beautiful.
well? Did it also seem sick, or was this a direct result of its poison?
The thing that did this to me. For a second, I thought you were asking about my own Pokemon, but thankfully they were spared from all of this. I was the only one to get bit, to get bit, as it were. I can't say for certain. The Pokemon that did this to me had a madness in its eyes, a glint, a definite unwellness. I genuinely do not know if the creature is immune to its own venom. It certainly at the very least was powerful and living, but I think it may affect it in different ways.
Aries' ears cannot be more perked up, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So do you know what kind of Pokemon it was?
Oh yes, again, I thought it, I saw it. I'm just simply not going to tell you because I can tell by that look in your eyes and that friend of yours over there who is very keen on getting me to meet your other party member.
Come
By the
on,
way,
Zenith.
he looks over at Zenith and he doesn't say anything. He just kind of waves at you, just like hello. But I can
Come
tell
on,
that
move.
I can tell by the three of you that if I did tell you what this Pokemon was, you would absolutely throw yourselves into trying to find it, and well, it wouldn't be well, it it wouldn't be very good for someone of my position to allow such young talent to throw their lives away so eagerly. Dangerous as this region is, we at the Elite Four do at least try to make things a bit more safe for new trainers.
Still, I can't ignore the fact that both people and a Pokemon out there could be hurting, and if hey, there's something that I can do about it.
Yeah. I understand. There are many that think like you, but give it time. For right now, I can tell that you are young and certainly meaning very well. The unfortunate reality of our world is if you lack power, you lack the ability to do anything meaningful.
Well, I won't say you're wrong to think that way, but just because you don't have power doesn't mean you can't also end up being a victim. So I'm going to try everything I can to help all the Pokemon and people out there.
An admirable goal. And that isn't exactly what I'm saying. I mean, I'm powerful enough as it is, and I'm still like this. It is simply it is a necessary tool, but not the only thing you need.
Plus, if it had a madness about it, it's possible that it could be affecting other Pokemon too.
Almost certainly, yes. That when we did end up catching up to it, it had already left a trail of corpses behind.
And that just means more people and more Pokemon could end up getting hurt too. What's strange is that it hasn't been seen for 3 years though.
Yes, yes, my thoughts have led me that it must be somewhere off continent. So this last year of my life will be spent scouring this region's oceans and the nearby islands. Hopefully I will find it one hopefully I will find it on one of them. But if not, he drinks a little bit more of his coffee. C'est la vie.
Harry's gonna kind of like grab onto her hat a little bit and be like, and the other Elite Four are helping you or have been involved in it too?
No, specifically not. This has been my journey, and much at my own desire. Like I said, if one of them were to come across it, they would certainly throw themselves at it rather than attempting to ask for help. And paradoxical as it is, because I am in the state I am in currently, I happen to be the only person that could stand a chance against it without risking further disease.
Can I ask, was it in an isolated area or was it near a town?
At the time, at the time it was near a town. That's part of the reason why we had to stop it. We were able to defeat it, but it was able to slink off after he gestures to his bandages, doing quite a hefty bit of damage.
Harry's definitely like her wheels are turning, like she's trying to recall something but can't quite recall something.
Mhm.
Well, if that's the case, there's nothing stopping it from showing up around people again or others. Could
As-
I,
assuming it is living someplace nearby people. Like I said, more than likely it is on one of the it is on one of the islands in the nearby ocean, which means unless it has already made its way to the southern part of the continent, which is it is more than likely in an isolated area.
I just realized I'm sorry, I've been very rude. I haven't even introduced myself. You can call me Ari. It's nice to meet you.
Airy, 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 airy. Do you have a last name, Ari?
Oh, just Airy will be fine. I just like my friends just to call me that.
I'm gonna ask you. I mean, and you can feel free to say no.
Mhm.
Would you like to roll a deception check?
Yes, I would actually.
Okay.
Deception with my charisma bonus. Go.
Oh boy.
A solid 9.
A solid 9.
Which really was a solid 6.
Yep. So while this conversation is happening, Zenith and Jet, you may do another thing.
Oh, okay.
Gonna try and drag Zenith again.
Okay, Zenith, before
trying-
he
are we
does that, is
trying
there
this
something
again?
you want to do first?
You know, I just want to see if this happens again. Like the
The tug of war.
I want to see if this what happens in this tug of war.
Okay, so you're going to allow Jet to do a grapple check first.
What if they both get a 20?
I mean, then the same thing happens. Zenith has the higher bonus.
You know what? I will let Jet drag me this time.
Alright.
Zenith from the last one is feeling so embarrassed at this point that it's like, okay, just get this over with so we can get our food and get out of here.
I am just curious, just to see what it's like this time. Hold on, let's.
Oh boy.
Never mind.
Buddy, I would have hit that with just my bonuses alone.
Zenith could have
I
napped
know
once
you would've.
again and still beat her.
Like,
He has
I
no
don't know why
muscle
I put
mass,
stuff
dude.
into athletics, but I did. I was prepared this time.
I'm
Alright,
sure you
so-
were.
So Zenith, you allow yourself to be dragged by Jet, which is to say, you allow yourself to effectively pick yourself up and walk yourself over to there because he is, like I said, physically incapable of moving you. He
Pretty
like,
much.
he has you grappled. He has you grappled technically, high air quotes, and you are being dragged by him. Until eventually you get your way, you are brought your way over to this man's, which is around where we get to the lull, to the partial lull of the conversation. Where he looks over to you, Ari, and it's like, I can tell that you have something that you don't want to get out. It's perfectly fine. I just can't help but feel that I know someone that looks like you.
I think
But
they have a friend in common, actually.
he just kind of shrugs with his palms out, just like, seeing as how you are trying so desperately to keep it hidden, who am I but to oblige? Besides, it's not as if prying will change anything.
Yeah,
Hello. It appears that your friends have come to join us.
well, hey, Zenith. You decided to come over and meet our new friend.
I brought Zenith.
It's just sitting there with the cup of tea in their hand, just taking a drink from it. And it's like, joining by willingly is not what I would say would happen. More like I needed to walk over here before things get even worse.
Okay.
I see. Quite an energetic young bunch you are, at the very least. This is part of the reason why I love this little cafe. It always has a strange way of attracting the most interesting people. Not to mention, it's very quiet during this time of day.
So, I know that we just met, but seeing as how, based upon what you've told me, it kind of sounds like this Pokemon could appear anywhere at any time. Do you think I could get your number just in case I ever run across it?
That second part, yes, I certainly do not mind. I certainly do not mind with that. That being said, anywhere at any time, like I said before, is a bit of a misnomer. It is someplace beyond the waters. It's not on the main continent here. So long as you stick to your journey, at least the first leg of it, the way that most others do, the chances of you finding it are effectively none.
True, but if something's affecting it, then I might find a Pokemon similar to it too.
Oh, if you found a Pokemon similar to it, it's almost certainly already dead. If the only other way is if there was another one of it roaming around, and well, I can't quite say I relish that thought at all, actually. So I'm going to very much hope that that is not the case.
Airy exchanges numbers with.
Oh yeah. And he will. That being said, he will pull out what looks to be a Pokegear, a very old-looking Pokegear, actually. Which this is notable because you all live in the age of Rotom phones, so it's like, oh wow, you pulled out your Nokia flip phone. Wow.
So is it really the poison grandpa?
Oh my gosh. This is awful.
That that being said, if I'm giving my number to one of you, then at the very least I can do the same for the other two of you. As for introductions, I had mentioned before I am part of the Elite Four, but my name is Jack Yeager. A pleasure to meet the three of you.
Pleasure's
At
all mine, dude.
at the mention of that name, both of the people from Hano would recognize. He's the strongest of the Elite Four. He's the number 4 slot. He's the fucking Lance or the what you call a Karen of this region.
I got it. The Lance of the Great. You're that
You're
Jack?
part of the league?
The very same. Yes, I do suppose I look a bit different, and I haven't been able to make an appearance the last two tournaments, much to my chagrin. But yes, one way I will mention, one way or another, I do plan on making my, if need be, final debut at the end of this year. So I will very much look forward to seeing the three of you there. That being said, you all got Jack's number. Yeah.
Jack's phone number.
Yippee! Made
Side quest.
friends!
Mystery plague Pokemon on another continent.
Right. It's not again.
Oh my god.
Maybe
So-
we'll meet him again.
I mean, you might. So, right quickly here. All right. I guess I never really did add this other one to the. Do I even have that in my maps? I should, right? No, I only have the mainland in my maps. I need to resend. I'll need to resend that. Okay, so for the time being, I will switch over from the Sunday games folder to the main game folder, or the Friday game folder.
I see.
Are we going to the map?
So if we
hello.
all take a look at the map here.
Why is there a giant
Yee.
part that says no?
Why indeed?
Don't worry about it.
Let's see. We've got no. We've
Don't
got don't
worry
worry about it.
about
We've
that.
got fire.
Yeah, we have don't worry about it. We have
Very
fire.
much worry about
We
it.
have fire.
Fire seems the safest here.
We have no, which is my personal favorite. So this is the southern half of the Hano region. You would have to take a boat to get to this area down here. Most people would only come here for this part of the continent over here.
The on fire part.
No, the part that actually has towns and stuff over it. Over here,
Tempo Town,
because-
Baroque, Cord Cove.
Yeah, because there are 3 towns down here that have gyms, and notably, there are only 7 gyms on the main continent as it is. So everyone will have to make their way down to the southern continent for at least one of the other gyms. If not for all 3, if you're feeling spicy.
Not spicy.
It's getting spicy in here.
And then if we go on over to the Hano North section, we'll take a look at the yonder world map here. Ooh, wow, look at the world. The world map.
Look at us. Look at
In,
us on
addi-
here.
in addition to those other things you saw down there, there is also this island over here that is also off of the main continent. So basically what Jack is telling you is he has already explored this main continent. I zoomed in too much. There we go. Jack has already explored this main continent as it is already and has come to the conclusion that the thing he is looking for is not here, save for any place that might be beyond the ocean. So the only place out of the quote northern part that it could maybe be in is here.
Interesting.
Whoa.
Yes.
I don't know
Where?
why it's not pinging. But it's
Are you
the
meaning
the
up
tiny
by
little
Liar's Rock? Like up
Huh?
that way?
No,
I mean like by Liar's Rock?
no, I mean down. The tiny
Oh.
little island.
Oh yeah, that island.
Yeah. So
That I totally don't know the name of.
yep. So there is that tiny
Hmm.
little. So there's that tiny little island, along with the other places that I showed you on the other map. I'm not going to that other one. But yeah, Jack seems to, at the very least, Jack seems to think that the thing he is looking for is more than likely on one of those places that are no longer connected to the main continent. So that's where he's planning to go.
Whoa.
An area we should not go.
Oh, facts.
I mean, you'd need a boat or surf in order to get to those places.
Or the SS Anne tickets.
Notably, the SS Anne does stop here, but not for another 4 months.
Ah. Well, that's good. We are level 1.
Yeah. Totally. 100%.
But yes, you have obtained Jack's number.
No wonder we had to roll 100 to get that.
Him and the lady that showed up with him are both very rare characters, which by the way, because she stormed off, you have all now missed your chance to maybe chase after her. Sad but true.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, I figured it was one or the other, but knowing Aries' character, of course we're gonna go towards the patient.
Right. No. Missed it. With that being said, do Jet and Zenith have something they would like to say to this man's?
God.
I know something
He's still in
that
shock.
Zenith can pop off with.
Ooh.
You can just. And your friend who ran off, I'm wondering if they're another Elite Four member somehow?
Oh. Are you, pardon my asking, are you from around here?
No, I'm from Sinnoh.
Ah, yes, that would explain then. Honestly, I'm actually more surprised that the two of you didn't notice, but I guess unlike me, she happens to look quite similar to how she has been. It is at that mention that I will once again allow both Jet and Eerie to make history checks. Jet, no disadvantage for you this time. It's
Nah.
okay. All right.
Ah.
Funny enough, it does make sense for Eerie. There we go. Funnily enough, it does also make sense for Jet because you to some extent have been kind of keeping track of keeping eyes on the league and everything like that. And it,
I mean,
you know,
yeah,
it's
he wants to be a cool dude.
it's probably, the fact that you were looking at Bandage Man over here and the fact that you didn't really get to get a really quick or a really long good look at her. But now that you mention it, and now that the two brain cells that you have are starting to work together in tandem.
Yeah.
One hit the corner and got a good idea.
Yeah, it did. There's a flash. There's just a light bulb moment for you, just like, oh, that was the champion.
Oh. like for a second his
Fun.
face just looks like he's thinking, and then as he realizes this, he's just going to have this look of mortified look on his face, just be like, no, it's my chance.
You
As
peaked
he
hard.
falls to the ground.
You peaked super hard, bruh.
Jet, what is it?
That was the champion. I have freaking trading cards of her back at home. I almost got to meet her.
At this point,
Ow!
would Aerie also know the champion, but just like didn't get a good look at her?
Pretty much, yeah. Like
What
once
was
you,
the champion's name?
yeah, once he mentions that, yeah, you would be like, oh. But yes, the both of you would know that the champion of the Hano region's name is a woman by the name of Lucille Morningstar.
Lucille was here.
Yeah,
She says, like turning around, training
Oh.
completely.
you turn around, you see the matron is just politely waiting by her Abra, just like looking to see if there are more customers. But
Zenith is seeing this whole situation and has decided, you know what, I'm taking my drink and just back to turtle mode. Thank you. This is too much.
What a
This
weird
is too much.
day this has been for me.
this is what a 100 on fate will get you. But yes, Jack finally finishes the last of his coffee and then turns his attention to the remaining half of his Magoist berry pie, and he says, "Yes, the very same. Her and I, her, me, and a few others were on a Pokemon League team many years ago, much like the three of you are now. And as you can tell, one thing led to another, and we've certainly proven ourselves over the years."
I need you to know that I'm picturing Ruzaki from Light and Death Note, like the sitting in the chair with the tea, the sugar.
my
Oh yeah,
God.
he did. He is in fact sitting down in this chair, like I don't want to say he's man spreading because he's not like that like vegged out, but he's definitely not really caring about his posture. It's more just like he's sitting down, just like.
If dude is in chronic pain, he can sit however he needs to.
He's like,
But yeah,
this is lovely.
but yeah, but yes, her and I happen to be in the area at the same time, and well, this does happen to be our favorite place in the city. And as luck would have it, we happen to hit here at the same place at the same time. Had a nice long chat over memory lane. One thing led to another, and then, well, you saw how it ended. She seems very intense on. She was very intent on helping me with my problem here, but as I said before, I will not be putting her in that kind of danger.
And you said the other Elite Four isn't helping you either?
Well, no, I suppose I should explain. So, myself, Lucille, Miss Lillian Bell, who heads the Bell Corporation here, and Professor Madison Cherry, all happen to be part of an event, a Pokemon League team way back when. Me, Lucille, and Lily all became part of the Elite Four. Though Lily also heads up the Bell Import and Export Corporation here, so her time quite well is quite well accounted for. Granted, I do know for a fact that she would drop everything at the drop of a hat, not necessarily even to help me, just simply because she hates running her father's company. That being said, the three of them, while certainly very powerful, yes, like I said, I will not be putting them in that kind of danger. I I took this bullet so that Lucille didn't. And if I'm to have my way, it is going to stay that way. I want them, I want her and the others, and quite frankly, the three of you and everyone else, nowhere near that monster. I want it. This is not even a matter of pride or anything like that. I simply want the amount of damage that it does, the amount of death it can potentially spread. to be as little and minimal as possible. This is my task. I must be the one that does it, or I will die trying. And it will be the end of that, one way or another.
Well, sounds like it's kind of made up your mind, but we'll definitely, if we come across anything, give you a call. We also just met Professor Cherry. We work for her now too.
Work is a strong word. I had actually heard something about it. A new module for the Pokedex, yes?
Yeah, the new Delta variants and why they're happening and what causes them. It's really fascinating stuff. Do you think the Pokemon that attacked you could have been a Delta?
I am certain that it is actually. When we had tried to understand, the module that she had created for that is, I believe she mentioned, a new and experimental thing. We didn't have it back in the time, but that didn't mean that Delta Pokemon didn't exist. And the thing that we encountered most certainly was we attempted to scan it with our Pokedexes, and well, I can imagine you know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing was registered, and thus we weren't, and thus I am not able to pinpoint its location either.
And you're not willing to tell us what it is. So
Very
I'm
much.
guessing a question of asking, like, what it may have looked like as a normal Pokemon would be off the table.
Hmm. I suppose it couldn't hurt to tell you that much. But then again, I do. I am adamant that you do not attempt to go and find it. But it is as you say, if you do happen to notice it, it would be better for you to know to run away from it. Very well.
That was what I was going to say. Is it would be better for us to know what it would look like so that we don't get closer.
Very well. I shall tell you at least that much. The Pokemon I am looking for is most certainly a Delta species of the Pokemon Arbok. And because I am telling you that much, I may as well tell you its most obvious indicator. It has skin that glitters and shimmers. Sorry. It has skin that
Oh.
glim it has skin that glimmers in solid silver. It is a kill
Oh.
it is a killer among Pokemon. It is different.
Harry's writing all of this down
It
in
is
his journal.
it is different. Murderous. I do mean this when I say, if you were to ever encounter it, run as if your lives depend on it, because they assuredly do. If you are able to see it, it will have already known you are there.
Aries nodding along, writing this down, but like as she's writing like detailed, like scientific notes about it, she's also big parentheses as well. Big danger noodle. Mushroom
But
glitch. The silver Arbok.
Very much so. It has a particular, when it bit me, it did something to me. It leaves a poison in you that is unlike any other venom. It seems malicious. Instead of making me sick or anything else like that, it seems intent on scarring me thoroughly.
Mm.
It settled From what the doctors tell me, it steadily saps away at my life force year after year until eventually I will be, well, dead.
Sounds more like a curse. Actually, once.
In many ways, it does feel like it, and yet, and yet, yeah, and yet, from what they tell me, like I had said earlier, if I am able to gather a fresh sample of its poison, they it may be possible to synthesize an antidote and thus save my life. But he takes a slice of his pie and just kind of nibbles, just kind of takes a bite out of it. Oh, matron, once again you outdo yourself.
Now I'm wondering something ridiculous with these deltas.
Jack, thank you
They're
for telling
Pokemon,
us
right?
about it.
Well, you hardly give me much choice, especially when three adorable young trainers are so adamant on throwing their lives away.
Well, I don't intend to throw my life away. I got stuff I have to do here.
Very much so. Which is why I recommend it. Which is why I recommend that you stay very, very far away from the islands for the moment. Like I said, you have your own journey to do, and the mainland of Haino is wide and vast. It took me 3 years to scour all of it.
We're
You
nowhere
will
as
find
strong as you are.
y- yes. All I am saying is you will find no shortage of things to do, and this isn't no way to be condescending, but it is not your turn. Not now, not quite yet. But who knows? Perhaps it will be soon. I will very much look forward to the day that it is.
Well, Jack, it was really nice to meet you in person. Aries gonna say, getting up. I hope you feel better soon. Don't worry, I think you're gonna be all right.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, even if it does remain to be seen.
Who knows? Maybe by the next time we all meet each other, we're all going to be so strong that we're going to be looking at each other in the face, getting ready to have our final Elite Four battle.
Oh, like I said, I very much look forward to it. If you get to the point that you are powerful enough to challenge me, I very much welcome the idea. If worse comes to worse, and this is in fact my final league, then call it a selfish request. But at the very least, I would like to go out with a bang, as it were.
Makes sense.
That being said, he points over to your table. It appears that your refreshments are about to get cold, and that would be a very sad thing to have happen.
Ariel nod as she stands up and just thank you again, and I hope you feel better soon.
I appreciate the kind words, Miss Erie. I will also mention to you the person if the person you are yeah, the person you are looking for. Try nighttime, about after 9 p.m. You may have better luck.
Ariel turn around and like look shocked at first, but then smile because he's figured it out.
Oh,
Just
it was
it's
not
fine
even.
here.
It was not even with a
Yeah,
9. What are you
not
talking
fixed
about?
Thank you for the tip, Jack. I appreciate it.
I will also mention you're you are a bit young. They may not let you in unless you give a name.
I see. Well, in that case, maybe it's not the time for that either.
He will shrug and say, Perfectly understandable. Far be, far be it from me to talk to somebody about people and their relationships. After all, nevertheless, he will take the last of it. He will take the last of his pie. Matron, if I may have a box for the rest of this, there is just a room, and it's just like, thank you very much. As he will place the rest of his pie inside the thing. Oh, I sup- that being said, I suppose as an older trainer, I could at the very least do this, and he will hand
Is he gonna teach us how to catch a Weedle?
no,
Oh.
no, but he will pay for each of your foods. So
Oh,
No.
I believe. Does everyone remember how much it is that they spent? I believe you was 700,
I
Jet was
do.
350,
Yeah.
and Shade you were 550, right?
Yeah, I was 7.
Yeah.
Yep. So yes,
You took it off of me already.
yes, I did. So
Hey.
you can just type it in.
Oh well, that will be much faster than the thing I was.
So
The
you
thing
should.
I was doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting my 10 keypad is not enabled. So whenever I hit that key, it makes the computer mad.
Yeah. So he will get up. Sorry, my sister was pointing at her cat.
She is all snug in the box, slumbering, crunched in my
Oh.
Yes.
blankets.
She is maxing right now.
I'm gonna take a picture and send it to the chat so you guys can see.
Yeah. But yes,
Please.
but yes, he gets up. He pulls out what looks to be a few some bills of Poke that have more zeros than you currently have in each of your bank accounts combined.
Oh, no.
It's like, man, really flaunting the money around. Jeez.
Look, when you're an Elite Four member and you have some adorable little trainers here, what are you supposed to do but flex on them a little bit, you know?
I mean, facts.
And here I was thinking he was just being generous.
I mean, he is, but it's kind of one of those things. It's just like it's like, yeah, I'm the senpai, so it's like obviously I have to pay for your food, but at the same time, I do get to like style on you a little bit, you know.
Facts. I mean,
He's just showing us what we can work our way up to. Come on.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, totally.
good one to put it in.
Just some text to voice is what we usually use for when we're actually playing.
Get it.
But yeah, he will get himself up, and you will all notice that as he walks out, he just kind of holds his hand out a little bit, and from behind one of the potted plants near the entrance of the store, a full-on scythe just comes out of it as if he was hiding it there.
Mhm.
It-
Always freaking size with you.
Yes. I will mention it has what looks to be a handle that is made out of what looks to be almost plantish material. It has the blade itself is black and red and almost looks like it's cracked in the middle. But he will holster that on his back. Look to the three of you. Look to the matron and says, by all means, good day everyone, and safe journey. As he will walk out.
Good day. The champion was here and I missed it.
Don't worry, Jet. That won't be our only chance to meet the champion. I'm more concerned with what
I
Jack
know,
is
but
telling
she
us
was
about.
here. Oh, not cool. Not cool at all.
Come on, buddy. Let's go get our food at least. To like tap him
Maybe
on
Oh,
the
yeah.
back.
cheer
He's
you
like
up a
crying
bit.
on the carpet, I imagine.
Oh,
Hey, you wanna do
he
another
was on the
athletics check?
floor
I'll
this
try to
whole
pick you up.
time. Why do you think he hasn't said anything? He's been on the floor this whole time.
Jet has been in the fetal position this entire time.
He had a chance to meet his hero.
Yes.
Fair.
Didn't you find Audie was very quiet?
No, yeah, I thought I was like, man, Ira sure is dominating the conversation here.
Facts.
Let's
I
see.
mean-
Jet was on the floor moping. Zenith was dragged into a conversation against their will where they were already uncomfortable.
Zenith was dissociating,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Zenith heard the word silver Arbok and went, you know what, these are Pokemon, these Pokemon could lay eggs. I wonder if we found a silver Ekans, if we could make it into an Arbok.
Speaking of eggs,
I love how his whole point was, I really don't relish the idea of there being two of those monsters in the world. And your first thought is, what if we breed it?
what if daycare?
What if we find something less dangerous than give it to an Elite Four member?
I mean, look. I think it's relatively obvious that this is a side quest to everyone, and I will also mention there are more than one avenue to complete it.
Yes.
Yeah.
This seems like a side quest for later on in the game.
Oh, facts. We are not ready for the silver Arbok, but I love Arboks. I'm very excited. I love me all the sneak Pokemon.
Well, it's a good thing he said he has a year to live at best.
Nah.
So we've
You
got
know,
a year to do this side quest. If he doesn't get
the
himself
moment,
murdered first.
the absolute moment you said Arbok, I knew exactly what you were talking about.
Yes, you
I
do,
just
because I have sent you information about Ark already.
that was such a long time ago too. I did not expect this is what it was supposed to come into.
Nope.
I
I
hope you
remember years
know,
ago you
I
telling
was
me about.
terrified it was going to be a
Yeah.
different snake.
No.
Oh, I know the one
don't,
you're thinking of.
don't you worry. That other snake is way less dangerous.
Well, that's good because I want that sneak too.
Oh,
So I remember you telling me, but I do not remember you telling me, oh, by the way, Steph, these Pokemon you really are gonna want are fucking dangerous as fuck.
I'll take your entire stock.
So anyway, you are all left
Uh-huh.
alone in the cafe with the matron, simply, doing as she does. There's not really a whole lot of work for her here, so she seems content to just be reading a book.
Good for this hidden
Mm-hmm.
cafe that the Elite Four members and and the champion come to every once in a while.
I mean, how do you think she stays in business with no customers?
Facts.
And these cretins. Don't forget that.
Well,
okay, we're
I
gonna
mean,
start coming back here all the time.
you guys haven't even gotten the bonus effects from your drinks yet.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why Zenith is gonna go walk over and drink their drink and help feed their Totodile part of this treat.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna go there. Let's
Yeah,
let's
Mary
let's,
will.
let's have a drink. That'll make us feel better.
Alrighty.
Ariel will drink her pineapple.
If
juice
Zenith
and
has
part of
to,
her
they
lemon
will
cake
they
and give
will
a little TTV.
repay the favor by picking Jet up off the ground.
I'm not even going to have you roll. Like at this point, it is a foregone conclusion.
we know how this ends.
All right.
Both get critical fails again. It'd be funny.
If you will indulge me in a little bit of a in a little bit of a in a little bit of GM exposition.
Mm-hmm.
So
We'll have the table.
yes. So to start off with, as each of you go about consuming your various goods, the tea and the small little snacks, I will first mention that each of these are made immaculately. There is no flaw, no mistake that was part of the creation of any of these dishes. The second thing is
Mhm.
the taste for each of them is very, I mean, first of all, very good, but also very like almost like high class is kind of the word you guys are thinking of, which is strange because these were like these were like the same rates of like normal things you could get at a restaurant. It's like this is like for you, Zenith, the milk tea that you were drinking, this feels like milk tea you would be drinking in like a fancy 5-star restaurant, and instead it's just here in this nowhere place. You're just like, oh wow, it's rich, it's creamy, it's full body, it's nice, it's like the perfect temperature for you. And you find that it is gone within minutes if you are not careful.
Oh no.
Jet,
Oh.
the surprise tea that you got was a Magoist berry tea.
What does that
Oh.
do?
You taste it and it is sweet. Like not sweet in the same way like it would be sickening, like say maybe a Wat mulberry tea would have been, but it's like the sweetness of this tea is it's very nearly overpowering. You feel as if you were drinking the color pink with how sweet this tea is. It is a tasteful sensation that defies normal logic.
I see.
And
Lovely.
for you, Erie, you drink some pineapple berry tea. The acidity for it is just right. It has that nice, sweet richness with like a little, like a small bitter undertone where they combine together just so that it's just like they neither of them linger for too very long, and it leaves basically no aftertaste in your mouth. The teak and then the little normal berry cake that you have is very much similar, but almost in the exact opposite. Where the peanut berry was sweet with a little bit of sour, this is sour but with just the right amount of sweet to counterbalance it. It is it, you take a bite of it and it's almost like a punch to your tongue. I will mention that Eevee also very much enjoys it.
Good.
I also am very glad that you shared it with your Pokemon because the effect I gave it was made with that in mind.
Oh, good, 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 good.
So
Oh,
each of you,
I mean, I was gonna share it with Jenny because I asked her what I should drink.
yeah, I mean that's perfectly fine. You see that there's like a tiny little saucer that you can pour some of it in for your Pokemon if you feel like sharing.
Oh, lovely. Yes, I
Hmm.
will do that.
I know there was the tea cake for the Toothdial as well.
Yep, Toothdial. I mean, I'm not going to describe it for a Toothdial because it's a fucking NPC.
Understandable.
It
Because it's a little baby chompy boy.
It already knows how good this thing tastes by virtue of it being an extension of my brain.
I thought that
Makes
you weren't going to
sense.
describe the taste because it ate it so fast it couldn't even taste it.
See, the funny thing is, any normal food would have been the exact same way, but no, the Toothdial, like even if it's one munch, the Toothdial, you see that its eyes just open up like little dinner plates, just like yes, yes.
I like biting into this.
So,
I bite into other things.
perhaps I bite the nice mahogany table.
Don't even get me started.
That is mahogany.
But in
Yeah,
any
you know,
case,
let's not get Alcajira started on that one.
hey, Alkajira is dead, and his broom
He
along with
is.
him.
Maybe.
As far as I am concerned, that broom doesn't exist in this world. It has been it's either back in Unova or it has been destroyed by the highest god.
Venus
It's like this thing does not deserve to live.
No, it's not. Anyway,
I can't be more lost right now.
it's from our Thursday game.
Don't worry about it.
Sounds like something very much to worry about, but okay.
In any case, I can finally get to the effects of the foods that you eat. Finally, it's only been what, an hour and 40 minutes.
Hey, we were talking to the
Yep.
bandage man. He was
You were
important.
talking
We
to
got a
Bandage
very
Man.
important side quest that we are nowhere near ready for and have a very strict time limit on.
I love the idea, like it's like the side, like you get a side quest and it has like a little recommended level next to it, but for his it's not even a number, it's just a skull. It's just a
It's
red.
like,
It's like
this is
The
death.
Witcher.
It's
like
just
The
it's just
Witcher.
a
The Witcher
it's
does
just
that.
a red pulsing skull next to it.
Beat no.
Recommended level
Beat
death.
No.
Death.
But anyway, so Zenith,
Mhm.
for Zenith, for the milk tea, you will gain a temporary use of the ability Kind Hands. The amount of healing that you have for it is your level times 5.
So 5.
Yep, so 5, but keep in mind you can come back to this place. But yeah, those will last until you use them, or until about 3 days go by, whichever happens first.
And then what was it?
You effectively have a pool of 5 hit points that you can distribute as healing.
Okay. I'll write that down as temporary.
You know Alistair's ability in the Thursday game, the healing ability.
Yeah.
You have that, but for 5 health points. Right now then. Yep. Now Totodile with the tea cake. First of all, I will mention that the tea cakes are made with Oranberry. They have a nice little flourish around it with like little slices on top of it.
Mhm.
But Totodile will gain temporary HP, either 5 points or 1/10 of its maximum HP, whichever is higher.
So
So for the
10.
time, so for the time being, it would probably just gain 5 temporary hit points. But if you guys come back here with Pokemon with higher health, they could potentially get more temporary HP.
Very interesting.
I'm gonna turn this down actually, as much as I like this.
I was gonna
music,
say
it's very-
this background music is actually perfect.
Yeah, no, I legitimately love the soundtrack with this area. Alright. Did you get all that, Shade?
Mhm.
Alrighty. Jet.
Ooh.
Now, you said that you were sharing this with your Pokemon, but I imagine that you'll be the one that actually wants this effect. For the next 2 days, you have
Mhm.
a temporary +2 to your performance checks.
Oh. Really?
Okay.
Yep.
Wow. +2 is not bad too. Okay.
I mean, it's
Dang.
+2 to a skill. It's pretty good. Assuming you actually use it. Man,
Yeah.
it sure would be interesting to have this kind of buff before, like, say, a Pokemon contest or something.
I know. I was just thinking that.
Or if you were, I don't know, some kind of vagrant that played music on the streets for money, like some kind of some kind of hippie,
Like a musician of some sort?
like some kind of troubadour of some kind.
Not a troubadour.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe it.
I want you to understand that role that I asked you for earlier today. You got it wrong.
Oh.
I want you to
Yeah,
understand
figures.
I want you to understand that this is the effect you got for failing it.
Oh. Well, that's worst.
The mystery tea is a very powerful item.
God damn it.
Lois, who can resist the call?
I should have gone high.
Rocks. Could be anything in there.
Funnily
Enough.
enough, the number I rolled was 69, so it was going to be extra funny if you had gotten it right.
Oh,
Giggity,
that would have
Hooray.
been funny.
It would have been funny, but it didn't happen, so it doesn't matter.
Well, good news is you can come to this cafe again. I will mention that if
can.
I
you
like this cafe. I like that we found this.
Yeah.
I will mention, like, obviously you can order as many things as you want here, but you will only be able to have one effect from this cafe on at a time. And new effects you can only re-roll for new effects once a day.
I see.
Okay.
So that's only really pertinent for, say, something like the mystery tea, but if you want to, like, if you have like multiple different like teas, which by the way, I'm writing down the effects of these, so you're just gonna have to fill out the list here. But yeah, if you want to come out and figure some of them out, you can totally do that.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
Your turn now.
Wake.
Yeah, and you have a cat on you, and you're not able to type.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, the peanut berry tea is actually a relatively powerful tea. The next time you get EXP, you will get a 20% bonus. The peanut berry tea is simple but good. I want you to understand though that doesn't work for an entire battle. That works for, like, if you beat a Pokemon and they send out another Pokemon, the 20% is only for that first Pokemon
the first
you beat.
encounter. Got
Yep.
it. And then what does the
You gonna write that down at all?
I'm gonna write it down. Look at me. How am I supposed to move with this baby on me?
She has a cat on her right now.
I was.
Oh no.
Yeah.
She's trapped in jail.
I've been chosen.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll just remind you, I suppose. But yes.
Oh no, Tim has to do work.
And then
Man.
And then the effect of the normal berry cake is Eevee will have +1 AC for the next 2 battles.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well,
Ooh.
that's actually good.
Yeah. Again, this place. Again, not only is this place cheap, but the things that you can get from here are actually really really good. Which is why I draw zero attention to this place.
So what I'm hearing is now, Zenith can say the words while looking at the stuff, going, you know, this stuff is so good and it's so much cheaper than Starbucks is.
Dude, that place is awful. You don't even need to say anything. I hear you already, dude.
They kept trying to
Fury,
make
they're
them over
talking
in the
about
city that I was
Starbucks.
living in, and the whole town just kept telling them no, that we wanted the local places instead. It was something.
That place is awful.
Fury, do you have any words to say about them talking about Starbucks?
I'm trapped, so no.
They can still hear you.
No, I
Here's
can
the
still
thing,
hear
they
you.
didn't detect the voice, so I missed what they said.
Oh no, I can't hear anything. Oh man.
Can
Oh
can you
shucks.
can you guys not hear her from where she's at?
Oh no, we can.
We can
Okay.
hear her.
Yeah, no. She was saying she couldn't hear what you guys were saying.
No,
Oh.
Oh.
I didn't hear them because I was taking the picture of Mari since the chat.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Freaking hell.
I'm glad we're all so full of
these
understanding. Let's please continue the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, to have food and to have drink. To have one. Hey, you know, Starbucks is terrible. I know. Zenith can look over and go, you know what we could do? Is anytime that we're coming through this town, we could stop by this little cafe as like a way to recoup after some big travel.
Yeah, I'd really
Ooh.
like to do that.
Have it like a little base. If that's
Yeah.
okay with the owner.
The matron just kind of like she looks over to your group, just like peering out from her little book. She just very quietly just gives a nod, just like yeah, just yes, that would be fine.
Okay. I couldn't remember what the word was. I couldn't remember the word matron.
New base. Unlocked.
New, it's a new area unlocked.
Speaking of new areas,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying you guys have to leave. I'm just saying, you know, there's a whole town outside of this cafe.
Oh, I know. I was
Going
just
on.
about to
Yeah.
suggest.
Okay.
Joe was just gonna be like, so I can't help but notice that we do in fact need some new team members so that you know we can get stronger and take on the league and all, right?
Yeah,
That
we do
is
need some
true.
experience too.
So there's a power plant nearby.
That could be fun. There's
But there's-
also a festival or some sort of fishing place back in the city I was in before.
Wavetown.
There is.
Yeah, in
But
Wavetown, there
there's
was a
also a
place where there
power
was
plant
fishing.
nearby.
Well, why don't we go to the power plant since it's closer?
I will also
I'm
mention
so glad you suggested that.
I will also mention because this is just it's just fucking cult knowledge at this point. Everyone knows that you know the power plant, but also the sewers is a viable
We're not going to the sewers.
is a viable place for new trainers.
You totally
The
go to the
sewers?
sewers. The ones back home weren't that bad.
Sewers also works. I like both ideas.
Well, the thing is,
Navi,
sewers
what in the world are you
probably,
doing? Get your head out of the trash can.
might be better for Totodile. I'm assuming the power plant, we'd run into more electric type Pokemon. That might not be as good for Totodile.
I will also say above game, even though you know some people here may or may not already know this. The sewers are good for wild Pokemon encounters. Power plant is good for trainer encounters. There are you know some of each in each place. Like there are you know some trainers in the sewers and some wild Pokemon in the power plant. Just know that those are the primary functions of each of those places.
Mhm,
And then, of
mhm.
course, like Erie said, the power plant is almost sure to have electric types, and the sewers give you 3 guesses of what lives in there.
Water,
Black slugs are
poison,
better.
and
I bet.
terror.
Well, aren't water types strong against electric types? I thought I heard that.
Men, no.
No, water
Very, very
types are
no.
weak to electric types.
Oh, see, I didn't know
Do-
that.
Do you understand the type matchups?
Those are pretty cool looking chart at school. I looked at it a couple of times.
So if I was to send out, let's say, a a turtwig, what would you send out and it back at it to be strong against it?
Staryu.
Jet, is that
Zenith just sits there and
half a
smacks
chart
their
in
forehead
reverse?
into the table. Just this dramatic sigh.
I'm
Oh,
gonna-
did I get it?
Well, you're getting them in reverse. So you thought that water was good against electric, right? But electric is actually good against water. And in this scenario, she sent out a grass type, and you thought water would be good against the grass type, but actually, grass is super effective against water types. What you would want in this scenario is a fire or poison type.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are we going to have to teach him type charts?
Well, you don't know what you don't know, right?
I thought this was like basic knowledge.
Well, Jet, do you know what type your Jenny is?
Yeah, she's poison and sound.
So do you know what type she's good against?
Uh, this is starting to sound a lot like a test.
There's no sound.
Well, she'd be really good against grass types. So if we wanted to level her up pretty quickly, grass would be a good one to go against.
And as luck would have it, there's a forest to the to the east that is jam packed with grass and bugs.
But the thing is that Zenith has Totodile, who is a water type and who's weak against grass types. So what would be better for Totodile would be fire types.
Or
Which-
ground types.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of ground types too, but I don't know if there's any caves around here.
There's not.
Plus, ground wouldn't be good for Jenny either.
Isn't Jenny? I know it's poison. I thought it was poison electric.
We're not really gonna eat that.
I'm getting confused.
Why? I would like to. Why have? There's some decisions we have made that we maybe should have thought over better. But at this point, these are the decisions we have made.
Well, what we could do instead of just picking an area we think is going to be good, we could just select one and just see what happens.
That is
And here we
true.
go, we'll
And
get
Jet
experience.
seemed very excited to go to the power plant. Is there a type of Pokemon that you're looking for, Jet?
Not particularly. I just thought it was cool, but now that I'm thinking about it, sewers does sound pretty cool. It could be some poison types in there, right? That's where they hang around, right?
Yeah, most likely, and normal types can show up there too.
Nice, I
Which is
got
really
one.
Find some water types.
Yeah, actually, anything could really show up in the sewers now that I think about it. But yeah,
What are we waiting for? Let's go.
There's also the back alleys here that could perhaps have vermin-like Pokemon around them.
it sounds like we're headed to the sewers.
Could have rats in there.
Could have rats
find
of
a
any variety.
Oh man.
To the sewers.
Even person shaped.
Even person shape.
Person-shaped rats.
There could even
Yes.
be there could even be a king of rats somewhere.
Mr. Cheddar.
No,
Mr.
Mr.
Cheddar.
Cheddar. Mr. Cheddar has been long dead.
That's true. Okay.
I will
So
say if
what
we
I'm
do go
hearing
to the
is
sewers, let's
Can
not
we-
wander too much so
Hold on.
that we don't get
So I have it
lost.
So what you can do is click this little dot. If you click that, if you go down there,
Mhm.
it'll let you type. It's right here.
Hey.
All right, you guys are going to the sewers then.
Yes, with the prerequisite of saying, hey, let's not wander too much so that we don't get lost.
All right. So, with your tab settled by courtesy of a much older man than than the three of you, you all finish your treats and your drinks. Bid farewell to the matron and this cozy little cafe, and proceed to make your way out back into the wide old world, which means you have to pause the calm music now.
Oh man.
No, what
How
if I
long will
like
it
the
take
calm
to
music?
In the heat of battle, smooth jazz in the back.
I think it was 2 days for Evie.
Eevee has the next two battles, and the peanut berry tea will be just the next time you get EXP. So the peanut tea is, while powerful, is also, it's very predictable in the sense that it's going to activate immediately.
Get it?
Like legitimately, it's just like, oh shit, I may actually not want to do an encounter because I may want to save it for a different one.
Get it?
Just like, oh no, I want to catch that Caterpie, but it'll chum my tea effect, and you only get one of those a day.
So,
You
yeah,
know what, we're
that
at
does
least all
sound
having a good time. We're all totally going to be completely fine in the sewers.
Yeah.
yeah. Totally.
I'm gonna mention you guys spend about 15 to 20 minutes walking from the cafe down here, but eventually you make it down to this part of the map. You see what looks to be a archway that is carved into the ground with a flow of water coming from out of it. The smell is not too great, and there's a little one of those little placards next to it that says Gasharp City sewers. Rebreather is recommended.
Good luck with that. Tim, do I feel anything moving in my backpack?
Why don't you roll a D100?
Guys, what's a rebreather?
Well, rebreathers help you so basically there's lots like poison and toxics around, right? Things that aren't good for your lungs. So a rebreather filters out the toxins so your lungs don't get hurt when you go in.
Oh, because it's breathing. Oh, I get it. Okay. I see. That's smart.
Wow, a 3.
Jesus.
I normally don't do this, but why don't you roll again?
Wow, our rolls tonight.
When our evil DM actually feels pity, this is insane.
You know
think
what?
we started our first checks out tonight with double nat ones. So
We used up all of our luck on that encounter with the 100.
Clearly, because a 14 is not much better on an egg roll.
Yeah. But you know what?
Oh
It
my
is better than
God.
a 3. It's actually 4 times better than a 3.
It sure is.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
This is awful.
That 14 puts you to 139.
That egg said, "I'm not hatching in there."
Nope. No,
5 more minutes.
That egg said, why don't you give me a minute? I'm all nice and cozy here, actually.
Yeah. On second thought,
5 more minutes.
that's okay.
Come on.
It doesn't smell great. You don't have a rebreather for me, and I am baby.
Yeah. That being said, are you all going to enter the sewers without rebreathers?
That's not a great idea.
can't.
Well,
I mean, you
Zenith
can.
is going to look
Don't-
over and saying that this smells terrible. Why are we here?
Yeah, I was gonna say
that's
you
recommended.
can. It's not. No one's going to stop you.
Ari, with all of her medical knowledge, is going to strongly recommend we do not go in there without rebreathers.
So our
But-
plan of the
Yeah, we
sewers
should
was
be
a bad idea.
fine.
No, we will definitely not be fine.
I wonder if we
Maybe
talked to
there's a place we can
Professor
buy
Cherry.
them,
Professor
though.
Cherry would loan us some.
Maybe there's a place you could buy them. In fact, why don't the two people who are from Hano? Actually, you know what? You guys would have maybe seen this. Why don't all three of you just roll me just flat intelligence checks?
Oh, intelligence, you say? I see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So just
Yeah.
click that. Click where it says intelligence. I do not.
I hate investigation.
This is
That's where our
hilarious.
critical 20 goes.
I mean,
Investigation would have been better.
I will let you keep the critical 20 because it's the same number regardless.
Thank you.
So, Ari,
Yes.
at the mention of rebreathers, you're just like, oh, wait, that's right. There's a department store here. And also, rebreathers have been subsidized because, people need them to not die. So they're actually pretty cheap. We could make a quick detour to the store and get them.
So, guys, actually, you can actually buy rebreathers pretty cheap at the department store. We could head up over there real quick and get some before we go in.
Why didn't you say that earlier, silly?
I didn't.
That sounds
remember
like a
until-
great idea.
All right.
Let's go to the mall.
All right. A quick detour to the department store.
Yeah, quick, quote unquote. Yay.
Well, I
A
mean,
quick
it's,
Totally
detour.
nothing will happen.
it's over. The department store is over here in this corner up over yonder. So I'll just
I see.
yeah. I will mention it'll take about an hour to walk from where you are from there.
We're
to
getting
over
great
there.
at walking. We are pros at walking.
God,
at
does this place not have any taxis? Come on.
It's a walkable city,
I know.
for the most part. It's just also big. That being said,
Apparently.
if people are, wanting to like explore the department store proper, we can. We can also just do some, some quick shoppings here, and also a roll on the fate dice as well to see if something interesting is here.
Yeah, sounds like
Oh, what are
fun.
you guys thinking?
I mean, we got lucky with the fate die before.
That's true. You did.
All
Our
right.
luck has not been great this time. For tonight.
You're gonna get a couple of bad rolls to scare you. No, come on. 90% of gamblers quit early.
Heck, there we go.
Jem, I will turn you into a potato.
Why? Listen, I've
'Cause I haven't threatened
already
that in a while.
I've already been told that I have some words that need to be said later, so all fear has been thrown out the window. I'm dying later.
Who is telling you this?
Don't worry about it. Anyway,
Mm.
so what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna grab one of my dice. So boy, and high or low here, entire party.
Hi, how are you?
Okay. Yeah.
I worked
I would
for
like
us
to say
last
hi.
time.
How are you?
All right. High it is.
Well, it helps with saying your hand.
Yeah. Right. Alrighty. So, as the three of you approach the department store, first of all, you will all notice a large, just blocked out logo of just metal letters up at the top that says Bell Industry Department Store.
Ooh.
It is you are in front of it. You are in front of a very large building, a very large, very tall building that looks to be about maybe 5 or 6 stories. It is pink and blue and white in a very garish, like almost cotton candy kind of look of colors. There are a set of double stairs that lead directly up into a large, a large glass sliding door that leads into the greater store proper. As the three of you approach the place, you will see what looks to be a small little ice cream cart
Ooh.
with a
Ooh.
with a
Oh,
with a man with a man with a 5 o'clock shadow and short trim black hair who's wearing a pair of sunglasses and has a hat is just looking out. It's just like he's not hawking anything. He's not saying anything. He just has a little sign that says ice cream for sale.
In this heat, hell yeah.
Zenith is immediately diverting pathway towards the ice cream.
Okay. The two of you have noticed. The two of you have noticed. Just in your targeting reticles. It's just like it's just like what you call ice cream detected.
Ah, facts.
It's
And
way too
proceed to-
warm. Ice cream detected.
and proceed to
ice
make a
cream.
and proceed to make a beeline towards the cart. Jet, what do you do?
I'm also. I like. Where are you guys going? I'm gonna be following.
All right, you follow on over, and you find that there is a man here, and he looks to the three of you and says, "Well, hello there. Well, hello there, children. Would you like some ice cream?"
Bless you, good sir. Yes, what flavors do you have for sale?
You are in luck. In addition to my normal flavors, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, pistachio, and he starts listing off some other ice cream flavors. I happen to have gotten a fresh shipment of some very rare, very foreign ice cream. Could I perhaps interest any of you in a small cup of Blue Moon ice cream? I
Did you say cup?
How much is it?
I'm afraid this one's a bit on the pricey side. It's $7.50 per, and I happen to have two of them at my disposal. Lucky you two. You three.
750. Oh man, that's a good
I
chomp off my wallet.
I can assure you though I can assure you though it's more than worth the price. Pokemon, in addition to being a very powerful healing item, Pokemon just love the stuff.
I'd like to have one.
I'd like to treat Jenny too. I'd also like one.
Zenith.
I was gonna be like, I would love to take one, but there's only two.
He'll select the three of you and
Unless.
says, well, it appears that we're at an impasse. 3 people wanting ice cream and only 2 cups. Whatever are we to do?
Zenith, you can take it if you
Uh,
want.
no, I'll go back on it. I'm sure. No, I'll do something else to cheer her up.
Jet, you don't have to do that.
Nah, it's cool, dude. It's plus it'll give me more time to spend with her.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
You
thank
you both did say that you wanted it first. I can always wait. I can always just get something else.
We're gonna have to buy it for her, aren't we?
Yep. We
Alright,
absolutely are going to have to do this.
Tim, I'm gonna go ahead and purchase one.
Okay, so you're gonna drop
Purchase
750.
the other.
I'm gonna drop 750.
All right. You will all see that Eerie, as she says that, walks up to the man, hands them 750 Poke, and he hands a tub of Blue Moon ice cream to her. It's just like, well, thank you for your business. And yes, you have Blue Moon ice cream.
I wonder what kind
I
of
will
healing
buy the other
properties are in
one.
it.
You Jet buys the other one.
Yeah.
All right, Jet, mark 750 off your sheet, and yes, you will purchase the final tub of Blue Moon ice cream this man has.
Nice. Now I'm shoving it in Zenith's bag.
There.
There it is.
Yes.
If it's like Zenith is gonna look over and be like, if you put that in my bag, I am buying all 3 of the rebreathers, and this is a threat.
Oh,
I don't know what
buy
that
all 3 of
means.
the rebreathers that you were told were subsidized to be really cheap.
That's actually
Zenith, I
fine,
hope you
though.
know this cannot stop me because I don't know what that means. He's gonna put it in the bag anyway.
Okay, Zenith, you have been foisted a cup of a cup of Blue Moon ice cream.
Harry's gonna be like, I picked a good team. I like these guys.
Uh,
So, for people who do not know, which I'm pretty sure everyone here has had this item at least once, but the Blue Moon
mhm.
ice cream is a very very powerful item. It will first and foremost will restore a flat 50 HP to any Pokemon you give it to.
Hell yeah.
The second thing it will do is it has a 75% chance to increase your Pokemon's loyalty by 1.
It also
That
totally doesn't give me an evolution that I was looking at before. That was like,
I don't know what you're talking about. That thing
I have
doesn't
no idea
exist.
what I'm talking about.
That thing is not a thing that you know about.
It's almost like loyalty levels would be good for me with an Eevee.
I
Trying to level up through friendship.
Yep. So basically, what would happen is you would roll a d4, and on any result that isn't a 1, it would add +1 loyalty.
That's freaking awesome.
So there is still a chance of failure, but not a very high one.
I mean, look, Tim, we got 5, 6, 21 on the wrong roll, and then a 9. I think we'll be fine.
I think you guys will be just fine.
We will be fine.
But with that, the ice cream man will look to you guys and is like, "Oh, with that being said, I do still have other flavors. They're not nearly as potent, but they're still just as good."
How much are the normal flavors of ice cream?
They all range to about 300 Poke each, and they will restore 30, and above game they will restore 25 health.
That's not bad. Flat 25.
Yep. The ice cream man is a rare encounter for the department store. He is not always here.
Yeah.
So we have learned. You know what? How much is a mint chocolate chip?
1 mint chocolate chip will be the exact same that I said for all the other ones, which is
Free.
250 is what I think I said, right?
You said 300, but
I
we'll
said
take
350.
350.
Did I say 300 before? Oh yeah, that's right. I did say 300 before.
No, I think
Okay,
you said 250,
300.
actually.
Nope, it's 300.
Now, me and my big mouth.
Steps
It's
over here
300.
playing one
Gotcha.
game. Us other two were like, didn't you say this number?
This is what happens sometimes. Anyway, well, I'll be getting a mint chocolate chip to share with later. And just
Alrighty.
that'll be my purchase from here.
Alrighty. In addition to the 750 you already dropped for other ice cream.
What
Tim, how rare
750?
would you say this encounter is?
I'd say it is about a 20% chance of finding him.
Okay, in that case, I will also buy a strawberry.
You will buy 1 strawberry.
Mm-hmm.
That will be 300. That will be 300.
I
money.
remember.
That will be 300 monies off of your sheet.
Big mouth.
And
Me
yeah.
Logan.
And yeah, you will purchase 1 tub of strawberry ice cream. The man, as he hands all of these to you, will also mention to each of you. Also, don't worry about the heat getting to these things. All the lining for these tubs have bits of never melt ice in them. They're guaranteed to basically never melt.
I was just gonna ask.
That is to
That
say,
is
until you
amazing.
open. That is to say, until you open the things. In which case, I'm sorry, I cannot. I can't control heat any more than I've already doing for you.
You said plus 25 health.
It will heal 25 health.
Hey.
Just flat 25. I mean, that is kind of the thing. For the amount of money you're spending, the ice creams are actually really good.
Exactly.
deals.
That's why I'm like, ooh, I don't like
Mhm.
spending this much this early in the game. But if it's that rare of an encounter, and with my luck, 20% is really more like 5%. So
I mean, and yet you
It's
guys
worth
did
it.
get him the first try.
yeah.
And yet we have gotten 2 rare encounters our first try.
Yeah, you know, you
This is
got
true.
luck is one of those fickle things.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not mad if we encounter him more. I'm just like, I'm gonna say no now and never see him again, or I'm gonna say yes and see him a lot more after.
I mean, you know, that would be that would be not the worst thing.
Exactly. So that's the route I'm choosing.
Alrighty.
Sadie, what are you doing over there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Certainly wasn't looking at that bag. Anyway, anyone else want some ice cream from the Sam's?
No, but I know that as a certain Zenith has decided to sneak his way over to the department store to do his threat that he has said before.
Alrighty. So Zenith, in response to being forced to ice cream upon them, is now going to walk their way into the department store. I will also mention, much like with the matron's place, you walk into this place and immediately air conditioning. Thank God.
Hey, where's Zenith go?
I mean, you know, you saw them. You saw them go in.
They're a little hard to miss.
Yeah.
I thought you said that they said they snuck away.
I mean, it's not like they rolled a stealth check.
Never
No,
mind.
the sneak was more like there is a thing shoved in their bag. They have forced kindness upon me. This is how it works. I shall force kindness upon them, and has walked over to do their threat.
Alrighty. Yes, Jet, you do in fact notice that Zenith has made their way into the store.
I just wanted to see if it was a nat one or again. I did that purely for the giggles.
So we can do shopping encounter if you so desire. I can also just, you know, give you the things that you can find here. Of course,
Mhm.
of course, you are in here for rebreathers. Those are 50 pokey each.
Oh damn, that ain't bad.
Like I said, they've been subsidized. They've been subsidized heavily because they are a necessary item to not die.
What the fuck is going on in this region? Damn.
You know,
Death.
they really want people to not die.
So the opposite of America, got it.
Yeah,
You know how much rebreathers are in the United States?
not cheap enough. No.
Probably 3,000 with insurance.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway. So yes, Zenith, if you would be so kind as to mark that amount of money times
I
3
have.
off of your sheet.
Thanks,
It
Anna.
was 50 apiece.
Yep, 50
Thanks,
apiece.
Anna.
Okay, so yeah, they were all of them were bought, and now he is holding all 3 of them.
I will also mention, because this is a department store, basically everything that's on the shop list from the handbook is available at the store. So evolution stones, a good majority of TMs, some esoteric items. If you guys want to drop more money, this is the place to do it. Also, there's a promotion going on where you can buy a berry pot at a reduced cost of 500 Poki.
Aw.
Ooh.
Those are
Very
so awful
pot.
to have.
Limit 1
Yes.
per customer.
I would
Understandable.
100%. How much was a berry pot?
500 Poki.
I want one, definitely.
All right.
100% gonna mark off
would love
500 off my
one.
thing.
All right. Anyone who wants to may spend that money I said and put a berry pot on their sheet.
Is that it's
And then
flat
how
price
much-
or is that it on sale?
That's it on sale.
Oh.
It literally was like, hey, fucking flash sale, fucking, you know, it appears that the department store is having a big old, you know, the league tournament is starting. We're gonna start reducing. We're gonna reduce prices so newbie trainers can buy stuff.
Well, it was nice having money when I had it.
Hey, you can fight. Look, you guys can go to the power plant and beat up some trainers and get more money.
Or white out and lose more.
Or you could wipe out. Yes, you could do that.
Hey, we're planning to go to the sewers. We're prepared to do our thing.
Yeah, going to the sewers where there are wild Pokemon. Yeah.
And
I was
trainers. You
thinking
said there
like,
might be
oh, I'll get the
trainers.
rebreather,
Yeah.
maybe some more Pokeballs. No, you won't. You'll get the rebreather and you'll get ice cream and a berry pot.
I mean, yeah, but you already have 5 Pokeballs.
I know, that's why I was like, okay, maybe that'll
How
be enough.
you know how quickly could you possibly go through those?
I don't know, I didn't get a
Very.
tutorial.
Yeah, how who will give you 20 free Pokeballs to catch all the P-Dubs?
What? Who gives you 20 Pokeballs? What?
Leon.
Leon does that?
In Gen 8, yeah, he gives you a metric ton of Pokeballs. Do you
Yeah,
not
he
remember
gives
that?
you
that? I
20
do not
Pokeballs at the
remember
beginning of the
that.
game.
Yeah,
He
sure, yeah,
does.
yeah, he just drops Pokeballs on you. He's just like, he doesn't. I love how he doesn't even show you how to catch it. He's just like, here's how you catch Pokemon. Yeet ball.
Pretty much.
And then it's like, did you get it, Tiny Trainer? Good. Here's some Pokeballs for you.
Yeah. No, I guess I'm just like so like conditioned from the older games to be like, you get 5 Pokemon max,
Yeah.
and then the one old man who doesn't even damage the wheel.
Yeah.
Before he yeets it.
All right. In any case, are there any other purchases that the group would like to do? Would like to buy? Pokeballs, potions, stuff like that.
No.
I'm
Barry needs to
almost
get out
broke,
of
so
here.
no.
How
Okay.
much does a citrus berry cost?
How much does a citrus berry cost? I will double check, but I believe it's 300. Let me double check
Okay.
first.
Oh, that's true. Can we buy berries here?
Yeah.
Okay, then I probably should.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Yeah, like I said, anything that's on the shop list in the player handbook is available here.
Can we tell me a cherry berry after the citrus berry?
Yes. Thankfully, they're all in the same place, so I can just find them.
I've got to get out of this department store.
Right? I love how I say that money is a resource in this game, and it is, but then Gasharp City is tailor-made to rip the money out of your guys' hands.
So my thought here is okay, the pots are on sale, so why not get one of the berry pots and then get a citrus berry now, so then I can start becoming a berry farm for later in the game. Come
No,
on.
facts.
Yeah, that is in fact an idea. Yes, citrus berries are 800 according to the book.
How much are
Oh
cherry berries?
Jesus.
200.
I will take a cherry berry.
One cherry berry for you.
How much are the orange ones then? Are they super expensive?
Oran berry are 200.
Okay.
Also, they have a different effect in the book, but I'm just gonna ignore that. They heal 10 HP. They're fucking orange berries. What else are they supposed to do?
I'm gonna buy an orange berry.
All right, you buy an orange berry.
And I'm putting in my berry pot. How many days do I have to deal with the how
Orange berry will be ready to harvest in 2 days.
How long for a cherry
and then
berry?
if I water it today,
Same, 2 days.
which do the berry pots come with watering cans?
They do. And
Okay.
as part of the promotion, you have your choice. You have your choice of Pokemon watering can. You have the Spray Duck, the Whalmer Pail, the fucking whatever, the Squirt Dial from Generation 2. Just whatever you care to get.
I'm keeping thematic. It's gonna be the Totodile.
All right, you have a Squirt Dial.
Because if you said no, I was gonna just have my Totodile be a watering can.
That is a thing you can do. Yes. Though I will mention any other water type probably would have been able to do that. Totodile specifically seems a little too energetic to do something like that with much accuracy. That was probably going to be a roll to see if he damaged his plant or not.
Yeah.
The Totodile would have bit the plant.
He might have.
It's like, God freaking damn it.
Gem, would you like to purchase a berry?
I'll buy a citrus berry. I'm almost broke, but sure, I'll spend the 300.
I
They're
said
800.
yeah, they're 800. I said I had to double check. I didn't remember
Oh,
what the price
never
was.
mind. I won't be buying anything.
That's why I went and got an orange berry instead.
See, the interesting thing is you guys could have pooled your money and got a citrus berry.
We'll find one for free later in the wild. It'll be fine.
You might. You will maybe do that thing you said.
No, we can go with orange berries for now, and then later on we can start growing citrus berries.
Yeah.
We're thinking about the future.
Future. Though
The
unironically,
future.
though, Lepa Berry is kind of where it's at.
I have been realizing that too,
They're
but I
500.
bet Lepa berries are expensive.
Lepa Berries are 500.
Yeah, I don't have 500.
Nope. That being said,
I
though,
mean,
having
I
it if
don't
you
know.
were if you're able to grow them up with any amount of consistency, you know, having a near infinite amount of PP at your disposal is actually a pretty not a bad idea.
I'm learning that in the Friday game.
Like, could you imagine Yai if you just had like some lepa berries on you? She could just you're just like, oh no, I'm out of leaf storm. Just like, it's okay, Yai, I got a treat for you.
Continue to rain planty destruction from above.
Continue
potato
to
child.
rain leafy death on everything.
I think
Maybe
that's
we'll see
everything
her here.
I have bought.
Same here.
Chocho a minute. Steffi's in the bathroom.
Ah,
Gotcha.
we have a
Steph,
we
I'm
have, we have
assuming
a
you're
very
okay
fun
with going
team.
back to the sewers. She says she's fine with
Okay,
just
yeah.
with
Okay.
Alrighty. So the three of you with your purchases made, your wallets significantly lighter, but your bags that much heavier.
We open them, a moth flies out of our wallet.
Cute flies just fly out.
Yep. But with that being said,
Damn.
you have obtained the necessary gear for you to continue on your journey. Another hour-ish of walking finds you back at the entrance of the sewers, this time with rebreathers in hand, or more rather rebreathers in mouth slash nose.
Right,
You will-
right.
You will find that the disgustingly rank stench of it's a sewer is now is now no longer nearly as pronounced as you all feel that you can breathe here.
Yay, we are not gonna get poisoned.
Yay.
Yeah.
We aren't gonna die.
Okay,
That's still a possibility, Jem. We know what lives in the sewer.
that's fine.
Shh. Don't say
I'll go
anything.
ahead and yeah.
Don't
we'll end that.
just don't.
So, as the three of you begin to enter your way into the sewers, I will mention, you find yourself in a long, dark-ish, dank corridor that leads further in, going underneath the city. You see that there are torch lights and lanterns strewn about the place as the river coming out next to you over to your left continues to flow and gets a little, and as you get further in gets steadily more, you know, we'll say colorful.
Mhm.
And yes, as the three of you enter the sewers, I believe that is where we will pick up next week.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Oh,
I
I
love that we
see.
had basically a completely social session today. That was nice.
Hey, you
We
know what? It
did.
was something that we needed to do, and it was still nice that we were able to come closer together as a team.
Yes. Facts.
I mean, all told, you guys did make some interesting progress today. You got what I can only tell you is a secret quest. That's pretty lucky for you guys. And then you guys got really lucky and got some really good healing items.
We got Blue Moon ice cream.
Yeah, no, legitimately, that is one of those items where it's like the longer you hang on to it, the better. Like the better the better it becomes.
Because imagine you get a Pokemon all the way up to Loyalty 2, and
Yup.
then you have a 75% chance to get Loyalty
to just
3.
immediately jump into loyalty 3. Yeah.
Facts.
Or there's
Wow.
some other things like in the Friday game that we have done with the Blue Moon ice cream. There's other things that it can probably do that we just don't know about.
Yeah, there are in fact hidden uses for this item. This is true. But yes, for right now, we will go ahead and bid farewell to the stream. Say goodbye to stream, everybody.
Bye bye,
Bye,
stream. Come back next
stream.
week for absolute buffoonery.
Yes.
We'll finally do some encounters.
Hopefully.
Stream cool.
Hopefully.
We're gonna make
Alright.
more friends.
All right. But with that being
Yeah.
said, good night, everybody, and we will hopefully see you next time.
Good
Whoosh.
night, everyone.